We all know that feeling, right? We're buzzing around, checking off tasks, answering messages, and running from one thing to the next. You feel busy. You look busy. But at the end of the day, do you actually feel like you moved mountains? Or did you just run around in circles? That's because busyness and productivity are not the same thing. Think of a hamster on a tiny wheel. It's moving its legs super fast. It feels incredibly busy. But where does it actually go? Not very far at all. Now imagine a cheetah in the wild. It spends most of its day resting. But when it's time to hunt, it focuses with incredible speed and power. That cheetah gets its dinner. The hamster just stays on its wheel. Which one do you think is truly productive? Many of us are stuck on that hamster wheel, believing that if we're constantly doing things, we must be achieving great things. But what if that idea is totally wrong? What if doing less could actually help you achieve more? How did a brilliant 19th century inventor manage to create groundbreaking technologies while working just a few hours a day? You might be surprised. What if I told you that the average person spends over 60% of their workday feeling busy, but actually accomplishing very little of real importance? And how can you make sure you're part of the truly productive 40%? We'll uncover that soon. And there's one simple, surprising trick that can boost your concentrated work time by up to 40% almost instantly. You'll discover it later in this video. This isn't about being lazy. This is about being smart. This is about focusing your energy like a laser beam instead of scattering it like a weak flashlight. But how do we unlock this secret power of focus? The answer begins with understanding the difference between shallow work and something much deeper. Shallow work is all those quick tasks: sending a fast email, checking a notification, filing something away. They feel important because they're constant, but they don't move the needle much. Deep work is different. It's when you concentrate on one single thing with all your brain power. Think of a master chef carefully crafting a beautiful dish, or a scientist observing tiny cells under a microscope. Their minds are completely absorbed. They aren't checking their phone every 5 minutes. This kind of intense focus helps your brain build strong new connections. It's like building a solid brick wall, one perfectly placed brick at a time. Each brick is secure. Compare that to quickly throwing a bunch of loose rocks into a pile. Which one will stand up better? This deep work is where real breakthroughs happen. This is how the 19th century inventor Nikola Tesla made incredible discoveries. Tesla would often work for short, intense periods, sometimes just 2 to 3 hours a day, but his focus was absolute. He would visualize entire inventions in his mind, perfecting every detail before even drawing a single diagram. This allowed him to create things like the alternating current electrical system, which still powers our homes today. He wasn't busy all day. He was intensely focused for small parts of the day, and his quality was amazing. Research shows that just 90 minutes of truly deep, uninterrupted focus can be more effective than a whole day of distracted, busy work. That's like getting a full day's homework done in less time than it takes to watch a movie. But our modern world is constantly pulling our attention in a million directions. How do we fight back against the distraction monster? Our phones are constantly buzzing. Notifications pop up on our computers. Friends want to chat. Teachers give us multiple assignments. It feels like we're being pulled in every direction, all at once. Every time you switch from one task to another, your brain doesn't instantly snap back into gear. It's like trying to stop a speeding train and then immediately try to get another one going in a different direction. It takes time. A lot of time. Studies show that after just a brief interruption, like checking a text message, it can take your brain about 25 minutes to fully return to the original task with the same level of focus. Imagine trying to build a Lego castle. You're deep in thought, figuring out where each brick goes. Then, someone taps you on the shoulder to ask what you want for dinner. You answer, then go back to your Legos. But for a little while, your mind is still thinking about dinner. This mental leftover from the previous task is called attention residue. It's like a tiny ghost of the old task lingering in your brain, making it harder to focus on the new one. So, if you switch tasks even just 4 times in an hour, you could lose 100 minutes of productive time just to refocusing. That's a huge chunk of your day just vanishing. This constant task switching is a major reason why people feel busy but don't get much done. It's like trying to fill 10 buckets with water using a tiny teacup. You're working hard, but but very little water actually makes it into any bucket. So, if constant interruptions are costing us so much, how can we protect our precious focus? The secret is to train your brain to focus, just like you'd train your body for a sport. You wouldn't run a marathon without practicing short runs first, right? We can do the same for our minds. One powerful technique is called the Pomodoro technique. It's super simple. You pick one task, set a timer for 25 minutes. During those 25 minutes, you focus only on that task. No distractions, no checking your phone, no other tabs on your computer. When the timer rings, you take a short 5-minute break. Stretch, get a drink of water, look out the window. Then you repeat the cycle. After 4 of these 25-minute sprints, you take a longer break, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. This simple pattern of 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off can actually boost your concentrated work time by up to 40% almost instantly. It helps prevent mental fatigue. It keeps your motivation high because you know a break is coming soon. And it trains your brain to focus deeply, knowing it only has to hold that focus for a short burst. It's like charging your phone in short, regular bursts instead of waiting for it to completely die. Your battery stays full, and you can keep going for longer. This technique is often used by students studying for big tests or writers working on complicated stories. It helps them get through tough material without feeling overwhelmed. This helps us focus better. But what if our to-do list is still miles long, making us feel busy before we even start? Most people have giant to-do lists. They feel like they need to do everything. But trying to do too many things at once is like trying to carry 20 water balloons at the same time. You'll probably drop most of them. Instead, we need to decide what really matters. This brings us to a really cool idea called the Pareto principle, or the 80-20ths rule. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It means that roughly 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Think about your favorite video game. You probably use only 20% of the possible moves or items to achieve 80% of your victories. The other 80% of the moves are fun, but not critical for winning. So, for your schoolwork or projects, what are the 20% of tasks that will give you 80% of the important results? Maybe it's that one tough math problem, or outlining your main ideas for a big report. These are your high-impact tasks. Instead of trying to do everything, pick your top 1 to 3 most important tasks for the day. Focus all your energy on those. Imagine a laser beam versus a floodlight. A floodlight spreads its light everywhere, making things generally visible. The laser beam focuses all its energy on one tiny spot, making it incredibly powerful and precise. Be a laser beam with your daily tasks. This is how doing less helps you achieve more than someone working 12 hours a day. They might be working long hours on the easy, unimportant 80% of tasks, while you, with focused effort, crush the critical 20% that truly makes a difference. But picking what to focus on is one thing. How do we say no to all the other things demanding our time? To truly unlock deep focus, we need to become masters of saying no to extra tasks that aren't critical. No to distractions that pull us away. It's like building a fortress around your time and attention. First, create your focus zone. This might be a quiet corner or just putting on noise-canceling headphones. Tell people around you that you need uninterrupted time. Say, I'm focusing for the next 25 minutes. Please don't interrupt me. Next, learn to batch similar tasks. Instead of checking your email every few minutes, set aside specific times, maybe 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon, just for email. The same goes for returning messages or making phone calls. Grouping them together saves your brain from constantly switching gears. A recent study found that the average office employee spends about 60% of their workday dealing with emails and meetings. That's more than half their time not doing their actual job. Imagine how much more they could accomplish if they protected that time. Think of a librarian. They don't put one book away, then go answer a phone, then put another book away. They gather a whole cart of books and then focus on putting them all back in their correct spots. It's much more efficient. By doing these things, you're not just saving time. You're creating precious space for your brain to do its best, most creative work. And the impact of this clarity is truly amazing when you choose focus over constant busyness. The benefits ripple outward in many ways. First, the quality of your work goes way up. If you spend 25 minutes really thinking about a single drawing, it will be much better than if you spend 2 hours sketching and checking your phone every 5 minutes. Second, you learn faster. Your brain absorbs information more deeply when it's fully engaged. You build stronger understanding. Third, you feel less stressed. Busyness often creates a feeling of being overwhelmed and rushed. Deep focus creates a sense of calm control. You know exactly what you're doing, and you're doing it well. It's estimated that the average office worker actually gets less than 3 hours of real, focused work done in an 8-hour workday. The rest is spent on distractions, meetings, or busy but unimportant tasks. By consciously choosing deep work strategies, you can easily double or triple that effective focus time. You're not just getting more done, you're getting the right things done with excellence. You're building something sturdy and important, not just making a lot of noise. You're becoming a cheetah, not a hamster. And that means you're on your way to achieving incredible things without feeling constantly tired or burned out.